Hello everybody, my name is DodoDuuDuU and today I am bringing you another manga video. And this one is requested by my DeviantArt watcher, DodoDuuDuu. If I said your name wrong, please correct me, but I think that's how it's pronounced. And today I'm going to be doing my personal top 5 favourite mangaka. Now, mangaka, if I didn't go over it in previous videos or if you haven't looked it up, are creators of manga. So whether they be involved in the art or the story or anything, that's what mangaka do. And just remember, this is my personal list. So if you have your personal opinions, please comment down below and don't bash at me for not including a favourite or it's so low in the list. Again, this is my personal preference. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to show you my top 4, 5 to 2, then honourable mentions, 3 honourable mentions, and then I'm going to show you my favourite, well, tell you about my favourite mangaka. Let's begin. Now, my 5th favourite mangaka at the current time, as I'm recording this video, is Hitoshi Iwaaki, best known for creating Parasite. Now, I collected Parasite, well, I actually drew Migi from Parasite last year, and I was intrigued to know what it was about, and I just coincidentally came across the first volume of the manga not long after, so I picked up, I read it, and I thought, wow, this is actually pretty good. And then in Forbidden Planet, in my nearest city, which is about 2 hours from here by bus, I got the remaining 7 volumes. This is the Kodansha version. I got the remaining 7 volumes. Volume 2 was given to me by a friend, and then I read all of them. I got 3 to 8 by myself, and I got all of them eventually for myself. And then I eventually got to reading them all, and after I finished it, I thought, wow. Hitoshi Iwaaki has amazing art style. His characters are very nice. His just the story, basically, Parasite is very philosophical, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it was a great series, and Hitoshi Iwaaki has to be amongst the lines of my favourite mangaka, because it's a great series, and it's a nice ending, basically, so that's my number 5 favourite mangaka. My 4th favourite mangaka is Hajime Isayama, who did Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin. Now, as I've mentioned many times before to people, Attack on Titan, my interest sparked when Jacksepticeye mentioned it a couple of times in his videos, when he said he had the manga and he's watched the anime, and I had to check it out myself, and I got the first 5 volumes last year, and from there on, I was hooked, basically. Okay, I'm not as hooked as I should be. I'm only up to volume 11. But I can say that this story is fantastic. It is just, the artwork is beautiful. And it's just amazing to see this post-apocalyptic setting. And just seeing the reviews and hearing everyone talking about it. Even one of my friends who didn't expect to get into anime and manga loved Attack on Titan, and again that sparked my interest to get some Attack on Titan volumes. And like I say, I'm only volume 11. There's like 24 volumes out now in English, and so yeah, I'm well behind. I'm not even halfway through, so I am actually kind of looking forward to reading more. And Hajime Isayama is definitely amongst the ranks of my favourite mangaka, because he portrays the post-apocalyptic scenario so brilliantly. I just want to, and that cover art is just fantastic. So yeah, and I am tempted to get a PlayStation 4 and play Attack on Titan Wings of Freedom and play it for myself, basically. So yeah, Hajime Isayama, number 4. Number 3 is a pair of mangaka, but that doesn't mean that they're tied. It means that they often collaborate together. They've actually made 3 series, I think, together. But those mangaka are Takeshi Obata and Tsugumi Oba, who created Death Note, Bakuman, which I am really wanting to get, and Platinum End, on which I am currently up to date on the English translations. Volume 5, because I've got volumes 1 to 4, and volume 5 comes out next month, so I'm excited for that. And Death Note, I did mention this before, I believe. Death Note was actually the first manga I finished. And I got this black edition because black is my favourite colour. And I remember just reading through it and I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh my god, what's going to happen? And what happened to that character? What the hell? What? There's so many like WTF moments basically. And it was just so much fun to just read it and just see everything go on the end and the climax for the ending. Oh. But the reason why Takeshi Obata and Tsugumi Ohba are third on my list is because they have created amazing storylines and just creating this black edition. And I've also, as you've seen in my manga collection video, I've got the all-in-one edition as well with a special epilogue chapter that was never published in English beforehand. And it's just good to see that they're keeping you on edge and just to give you more insights into their stories. And like I say, Platinum End, I'm currently reading through it and I'm up to date on that. And it's a great series. And this is from 2003 and I believe Platinum End's from 2015, 2016, probably 2015 or maybe slightly earlier than that. And you can see how far Takeshi Obata has actually improved in his art in the time that it's been out. So this is brilliant. And like I say, this is the first manga I ever finished, and I would definitely read it again when I get the chance. So yeah, that's my number 3 favourite mangaka, Takeshi Obata and Tsugumi Ohba. Number 2, now this was really, really difficult because I had to decide between 2 mangaka. This is my second and first because there had to be certain reasons of why one of them had to be on top of the other. And I just didn't know which order to put them. I was panicking a bit, to be honest. And I eventually decided, because of some news I heard on some other manga YouTuber videos. So based on that decision, my number 2, my second favourite mangaka at the moment is Makoto Yukimura, best known for creating Planetes and Vinland Saga, and this is Vinland Saga obviously. Now I have recently got and read up to book 7, so that's volumes 13 and 14, because in the English translation they put 2 in 1 volumes and they put in hardback because why not. And this story has to be my favourite story, my favourite manga of all time. I mean, it's just brilliant. The artistic display, the characters, the settings, everything about it is just brilliant. I can't even express how glad I am to be able to read this. I mean, I have been on a manga binge lately and I read books 4 to 6 of Vinland Saga on Sunday, as of when this was recorded, the previous Sunday. And I just could not put it down. It's just so brilliant. I mean, the action scenes are so realistic. The artwork, especially that cover art, is just fantastic. And in these editions, they have color pages. I'll just show you the first one here. It's just, I cannot find words for it. I mean, this is the very first color page you come across. I mean, where the heck has this been in my life? It's just, it feels like a part of me has been filled in. A missing part. A missing part has been filled in me. And I cannot express enough how much Makoto Yukimura and how knowledgeable he is. Now, the reason why he is second is because I heard, like I said, I heard something of news from another manga YouTuber. I heard that Kodansha were thinking about cancelling Vinland Saga, and I'm glad they did it because volumes 8 and 9 are out, and number 10 is coming out in June. So if I read 8 and 9 before then, I'm definitely pre-ordering 10 because this series is just fantastic. So that is my second favourite mangaka. It's Makoto Yukimura. Now for the honourable mentions, okay? Again, don't be pissy if I don't include your one. So, my first honourable mention is Yusei Matsui from the creator of Assassination Classroom. Now, this was so devastating. I mean, I've come to the realization that 21 volumes of this series in which you have to kill your teacher for a certain reason drags on a bit. I mean, I am excited for volume 20, which is coming out next week, next Thursday. And yeah, don't get me wrong about that, but at the same time, I felt like it's dragged on a little bit. I just don't think that Yusei Matsui deserves to be on my top 5 list. Maybe my top 10, but I've not gone that far to think about it, so. But Yusei Matsui created a very funny but serious story about trying to kill your teacher, as you do. And I am so excited to just finish this story. I mean, it's the last volume should be out next month, April 19th. And I'll be glad to have another complete set of manga in my collection. So that's my first honorable mention, Yusei Matsui. His artwork is brilliant as well at times, and the characters are so beautiful. I love Nagisa. He's one of my favourite characters. You'll find out who that is if you actually read it. My second honorable mention for this list is Tite Kubo, the creator of Bleach. Now, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from some people. Oh, why is he not in your top 5? Well, I'm sorry, but I am behind on the omnibuses. I'm looking to get a 22nd omnibus that has volumes 64, 65, and 66. However, I am being a bit put off by Bleach. I mean, I loved the Soul Society arc and I loved the Arankar arc, but the Fullbringer arc was just shit. Because I just did not feel anything. Okay, there may have been a couple of things that make me wow, but it wasn't a thing incredible. Let's just say that. And I cannot find in words. I mean, because of the latest omnibus that I have, the 21st one, I'm in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc now, and to be honest with you, it's not thrilling me as much as I think it should, because I'll just see how it takes me, okay? I mean, Bleach will be finished soon when I get the last omnibuses. I think there's 4 more for me to get, including the most recent one that came out in February. So I still have to pick that up, and when I do, I might change my mind. And Tite Kubo might actually become one of my top 5. Who knows? I'll be finished Bleach soon anyway. If not this year, it'll be next year. And my last honourable mention, again, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from this, but let's be fair, I am well behind in the story. So for that reason, it has to be Eiichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece. I've only got the first 21 volumes, and I love the story, don't get me wrong. But because I'm so far behind, I just don't think it can be worthy of being in my top 5, because obviously I'm missing out on a lot. I mean, there's like 84 or 80 something volumes out in English, and I am well behind. I don't know, but yeah, I just have to pick up the other omnibuses everywhere. I find them, they're out of stock or they're too pricey, so I have to find it for the right price or get it for cheaper and hope that they turn out well. I mean, obviously I collect the omnibuses for that as well. So Eiichiro Oda, I mean, the characters are so funny. I love Luffy. He's just so brilliantly funny. He's just so arrogant at times, and that just reminds me of certain people in my life. So yeah, I mean, it's just once I get to read more of One Piece, once I've probably read up to volume 50 odd, then I probably might put them up higher, but we'll see. Time will tell. Now, this is the moment I've been waiting for. This is my number 1 favourite mangaka. Again, Makoto Yukimura and this one were in the going backwards and forwards for certain reasons, but this mangaka is my absolute favourite, even though I only started to read their works this year after hearing about it a few months ago, and I have been personally hooked on their stories, and they like to damage me in some way. And that person, that mangaka, is none other than Junji Ito. And this is Uzumaki. And I have Uzumaki Tomie Gyo, and I have his collections of short stories from Shiver, Fragments of Horror, and Dissolving Classroom. And Uzumaki is my favourite story by him. This is the deluxe edition, and they just messed me up. I mean, just like seeing the art and to see how everything can be portrayed. I mean, Uzumaki brings an object that, well, no, not an object, a pattern that kills people in the most brutal of ways. And you may think, how the hell is that possible? But let me tell you, read this and you'll see how it's possible. It is insane. But I have recently read Fragments of Horror. There were 2 or 3 that I was like, that actually made me a bit queasy, to be honest. But I'm so happy that this is, Junji Ito is now my life, and I love that spine as well. I just also think it's just, Junji Ito's is a masterpiece. I love horror. It's probably my favourite genre of manga at the moment, because Parasite, Attack on Titan kind of is horror. Uzumaki, I've also got, what other horrors do I have? Tokyo Ghoul. But yeah, Tokyo Ghoul's obviously not in here for obvious reasons, because I'm very behind on the story. But Junji Ito is just fantastic. I mean, if you just look at the first page, that is enough to mess you up. I just can't even find it in words to explain my love for Junji Ito. I mean, I could have started reading from him since November, but I thought, nope, I'll wait until I get a bit more money, wait until the new year, because you never know, I might actually get it for Christmas. But obviously I didn't, so. And I'm glad I have this and the 5 other books I have from him, because they're just fantastic. And Junji Ito is the god of horror, in my opinion. And I would definitely reread every single Junji Ito story. Definitely. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, this is my opinion. If you have different opinions, please comment below. And just give me more suggestions for more manga videos. I will be doing my March manga haul soon. I'm waiting to see if I get 3 pre-orders I've placed. And hopefully they won't be delayed. If they do get delayed, then obviously I'll just do it regardless. But we'll see how that goes. And thank you for watching this. My name is DodoDuuDuu18. And please give this a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.